To all our Muslim brothers and sisters around the world. And also a happy new month to all of you from Tap Tap Send in the whole Riase. As you already know, Tap Tap Send remains to be your numero uno money transfer app you can ever find in the whole world. All you have to do is to go onto Google Play Store or App Store and download Tap Tap Send. The name is what? Tap Tap Send. Now, the testimonies from people is overwhelming. Everybody is giving the good testimony about Tap Tap Send because I've used it before and I understand how reliable, secure, and fast the app is. You, if you like, put it to a test and you will see. So, what are you waiting for? Download Tap Tap Send now. Keep on sending the money to the loved ones and your family and let them appreciate you more. Remember the name. It's Tap Tap Send. Hey.
Tap Tap Send. Send more, spend less.
Elevate GH in partnership with Sammy Flex TV Production comes your way with a great opportunity for new and up-and-coming artists as well as already established independent artists, record labels or talent managers. Packages include quality music video shoots and music promotion. We give you clean shots, better video quality and the opportunity to promote you and your work across the globe. For more details and enquiries, call 0553 049 693 or 050 4323 640. Elevate GH and Sammy Flex TV Production. Everything for the culture.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fact check it. Fact check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it, check it. Fact check it, check it. Fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Put sugar level, fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Fact check it, fact check it, check it, check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Ghana's online discussion platform, Sammy Flex TV, Showbiz Daily, and anytime we sit like this, then you should know that we have some of the interesting things to discuss here in our music or entertainment industry. My name is Sammy Flex. On your screens, you can see Roland Amate already. Kojo King is also in the middle, and Nana Regan. These are usual faces that you are used to on this platform. And when we sit like this, we talk about the real issues in our showbiz space. Let me say thanks to Digital Rasta. He's on camera. Currency is his other name. And Richie Flex, editor, director of the show. Just give us some 1 hour and 30 minutes and I'm sure we will be done. And we will finish you with all the latest happenings in our showbiz industry here in Ghana and beyond it. Let me also say thanks to Tap Tap Send for supporting what we do here on this platform. So if you're abroad and you want to send money to Ghana, like so many people even send money to us here on Sammy Flex TV, they all use Tap Tap Send. So what are you waiting for? Get an app on your phone, download it, and remember to put in details by using the promo code SammyFlex. This will aid you to get some extra cash into your wallet and you get to send this money to your friends, family, projects, and more. And now, Obrafuour is in the news. We'll be talking about that. We also be talking about that lawsuit with Drake. Empress Gifty had said something. You look at that. Chief One is in the news. And has to start with what Empress Gifty has said, whether in real life this is happening among our society. Really and truly, according to Empress Gifty, We live in a world where, especially because we are all having another world or another earth on social media, people who are finding it difficult to even praise you online, or people who are finding it difficult to praise you publicly, they are finding it difficult to do it because they have been speaking some way about you to some other people. So even when you are doing well, they will send you a WhatsApp message, Charlie, you did try, Charlie, big ups to you, Charlie, thank you. But to do it for the world to see, nah, lie, they will never do it. Could this be the case? Is this true or not? Let's watch Empress Gifty firing this. I'll be back.
Na chess wa come wasam wo baby. Obi a we ya man I want to make thank you. As we knew obi atena se di wo ni baby. Obi a want to me celebrate you e wo bedwam no. Na chess wa come wasam wo baby. Obi a we ya man I want to make thank you. As we knew obi atena se di wo nkomo. Ti ye ni se nipa no hu se wo ka sampa fa ho a nipa hu so ye jimifo. Ha ho we ye jimifo. Because we are ungrateful. Ade enyam fe. Ade enyam fe. When in baby, obia want to me celebrate you e wo bedwam no. Na chess wa come wasam wo baby. Obia we ade man I want to me thank you. As we knew obia tena se di wo nkomo. Ti ye ni se nipa no hu se wo ka sampa fa ho a nipa hu so ye jimifo. Ha ho we are jimifo. Because we are ungrateful. Ade enyam fe. Ade enyam fe.
Actually, Gifty is sending this message to someone but who I've been thinking around this morning, but I couldn't find the person. But beyond Empress firing, like some of these observations, could there be any truth in there? And Kojo, you can reach your mic and let's start with you. Quick one because of time. Let's go straight to our issues and run away from here.
Yeah, there might be a bit of truth in what she said. As in, you go about gossiping about a person, and so when in the public you are to praise the person, it's difficult for you to do that because the people who you have been gossiping to may see it as look at this hypocrite. You were there praising, gossiping about a person, but in the public you want to sing the praise of that person. So on that point, yes, it could be true. And so if you are when the platform comes for you to glorify the person, and it's difficult for you to do. We can also even think that you have a problem with a person in the background because everything shows clear that for what this person has done, he or she needs to be given their flowers, and it's so difficult for you to do that. And you can't pretend that in the public or when you are behind cameras and all of that, you say good things, but in your chambers you say otherwise. So in her assertion, yes, there are some truth in there.
Nana, you are also around the world. What are you also saying to this?
First, let me take this opportunity to greet Prophet Kofi Odo.
I saw your video trending on Facebook.
I want to.
I saw your video trending on Facebook.
Yeah. So they told me.
You see it too.
Well, I want him to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I'm even greeting him this evening.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So you're
Maybe I'm not man best one. Once I see any woman.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not pretty. On the crap on the Yansen. Maybe do trouble and none of the Yagadash into onto the bus. So coming back to Empress Gifty. I'll say that's okay, brother, there is that possibility. I mean, she's not saying anything new. I think there are some people, I mean, some friends or even some relatives that are not being able to praise you in public because of what Gifty is
saying.
Yeah. And proper because said or yeah, an analogy now. ɔbɛba bɛ ka ho asɛm akyerɛ Nana Reagan na ɔde biribi hyɛ Nana Reagan team, and then the next thing I'll see on social media is this same person is writing praises about this person, and it might make the person look some way. So and the okoka on mayor or public in a crap and will be because of a hypocrite, and I say Jimmy for said there or put in. So ABB is another thing. One fan come and meet media account and say you want number for more crap on social media. Me, I experience that thing a lot. In fact, when you make posts, now it make it a lot of sense. They won't comment. They will not pass there. They won't like it. They won't do anything. They will pretend say but the day I don't make it post be at the our host. How to say they can argue and make everybody see you to be that dumb, and that is when they come under the point. When you time, means also
and they come playing the but
everybody expose they will expose you and make everybody see say, oh no. So those people are there, but all the same, remember like I said, there are some people too they don't, and yes, and I said because town once a mature bintina be commenting and as praise you. There were reserved people will be they always feel like, oh, my name is Sammy Flex. I know Sammy Flex is on top of his game. And to going to write, especially when people know say I am close to you, going to write all the praises on Facebook, and also doing BB done back with Sammy Flex. When you say me, when you have and then the vibe, oh Sammy, Charlie, congratulations, they do well. But on said that even on your birthday, don't say when people are wishing you oncophobia, when they write their post, you could see that this person is really related and close to me, and the kind of words how they put it together, they may describe it how they. Now, so they are very far away from me, maybe just observing you in almost how they will come up with their post, also speaks another language. So some microphone now want to make they make my gifty. My shena say obia went to me praise you public be an say wa kan wasem baby na want me baby sad ni betimi
do you think it is an industry thing she's talking about? Like maybe some of her colleagues have sat somewhere instead of them to praise her, they did not.
For her to put out this video, I'll say it's industry issue. It is industry because if a family issue, how many of us knows her family? Even do I think it's related to industry issues, and she's trying to address it. So yes, it's true what she's saying there. That possibility is there. People will not come and praise you and avoid that hypocrisy tag. So,
well, bro, come through. Let me get your opinion.
It's a very good observation. Yes, it is true. Some people wouldn't want to contradict themselves in the public like that. So for them to come and say, oh, Asumesi is like this in chambers and out of in the public, you see them praising the same person. Now, hey, Father Bernard. They see you like, hey, so they paint them as a two-faced person. But then, like Reagan said, boxing say the fact that somebody doesn't come out to come and praise you in the public doesn't mean that the person has something against you or the person is sabotaging you or speaking ill about you somewhere else. There are people that I believe, yes, and you'll be an expressing a love openly. There are some people that in chambers, they will do you good more than even the people who are singing your praise outside.
That's true.
Obi wo ho no ma in his heart obetimi aye papa bi throughout baku say po almost mpo bi mpo nti, just like Asamoah did for Stonebwoy. Senye Stonebwoy na betro ya ka hwan na be hu say Asamoah did this.
Asamoah never coughed about it.
He never wrote anything. Even if they are, look at the time that Stonebwoy has had so many, your friends say, achievements amount for celebrating. They didn't even see Asamoah throwing praises like that for Stonebwoy. No. But look at the touching thing or Yema Stonebwoy in their close quarters. So sometimes it is like that. Yes, it is a very good observation. And I know said this one these guys they have one or two with
The
them.
gospel people.
They be obi wobi. They be somebody is doing something to somebody. So me, I know
Since last time we won't say Frankie Five, and so hey, yeah, one line post,
Yes, miss me who yeah.
That's a 50 last week.
Miss me who yeah, me who yeah.
So
Miss me who yeah, I saw them.
So we can combine the dots and see where it is going to. But this particular shot today, it is not going to a group of people. It is going to one person. One. Because in her statement, she said, "We are Jimmy for."
I understand the describe. I said, wow, man.
It is if she wanted to generalize the matter, Kobeka said, "Mo amu bere say nyeme nyina nka mo ye Jimmy
All
for."
my fans are animals.
Yes. Come over time
All my haters are animals.
but she was specific. The way we are Jimmy for, I can clearly see that she's keen to someone be part of punching or.
Well, of course, if you also think it is true, you can share your opinion with us. If you think otherwise, same way, share your opinion with us, and let's do some more. Now, I would also want us to clear this quickly. I want us to clear the small ones, then we look at the bigger ones later. Because not long ago, we saw a press release coming from Chief One's camp. And when I saw the press release, I was also waiting for the video to see what exactly did he do and how did he do it. But I didn't want to come across like Okako Petrol or my boy. So at the time I wanted to ask Lombini. Say agenda. So I didn't follow it up until today. Roland, I don't know how he got the video, brought the video to the fore. And when I saw that, I said, okay, we are all handlers of performers on the stage. We will watch the video, look at how it happened, then we look at the press release and ask who accused him for him to write, sorry, who accused him for him to have written that press release? Or better still, was the action enough to have warranted a press release or not? So, Richie, give me the press release first, if I can read on screen. Let me see if I can read on screen. I'm not very clean on screen, so I'm sure I would have to do from my phone as well. My phone is better than what you have there on the screen. So Chief One and his team wrote this press statement to their fans. Ekojo is their fans, and they say, aha. So they released on April 11th, and it says, our attention has been drawn to some comments, okay, regarding an incident that occurred in a video posted earlier today by our artist, Chief One. Oh, so Chief One posted a video himself. Okay. We sincerely apologize to the policeman who was unintentionally bumped into while Chief One was climbing the stage at Hohoi on April 10th, 2023. That was during the Easter holidays. The brand Chief One will not intentionally push a police officer signed to protect him. Any artist can attest to the fact that climbing stage comes with a certain energy due to the expectation from the fans. The policeman in question is a big fan. Where we come from, we do not disrespect. We treat all equal. Big love to Ghana Police Service. Signed, management of Chief One. And once again, I'm so happy that all of us here, we've handled performing artists on stage before. Sometimes our work clashes with security people a lot. I'm sure one way or the other, we all might have come across one security officer who was trying to impede our work in his duty as well. Whilst he was also discharging his duties, their work kind of impedes our work sometimes. So this is the video. Maybe Richie, you can play the video whilst I run commentary around it. So this is the video. As a performer, he was called to come onto the stage. And the police officer, in his bid to tell him to wait or something, not really sure why the policeman was still on the way while he was still on his path, because he came first. And even if the Chief One was supposed to have waited, was he the one to tell him to wait? What was his role? The whole thing is confusing because, yes, if you see how he reacted to the policeman, obviously you can describe it as disrespectful. Because there's a policeman who had even sat somewhere, I wanted to know if he. His uniform is even dirty at the bottom area, because obviously he sat somewhere in the tree. Policeman, so what were you doing in front of the artist? And Chief One pushed him a little bit. So I'm sure Chief One pushed this video thinking, oh, that was my entry to a Hohoi performance. And fans started giving it to him wotoriously. And it has forced him to write a press statement to the public. And I'm asking, how do we judge this? I'm thinking about some artists I know. That policeman, he's coming on the stage, you are standing in front of him like this. He could tell you. He could tell you. He could tell you. Now, let me start with you. You are handling one of the hottest sensations. I'm talking about Wendy Shea. And I know when it comes to security and some of these things. How about the act? Use all your experience on the road to explain this. What do you think about this act?
I think it was unintentional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't anything deliberate. I was there. I was on the stage.
Oh, this show?
Yes. I was there when Chief One. In fact, I was on the stage, so I was there when Chief One entered in. But I did not see him.
No, this one you see.
No,
this one you never see.
I missed that.
Unless a video.
I missed that.
There are some things until a video,
the video
you will not even pay attention to them.
Exactly. And that was his road manager.
The guy in
white.
Okay.
Yeah, he was standing right at the stage.
Which guy?
The white guy. I think he said something before the policeman said.
Oh, this white guy.
Yeah, white with the locks. The guy. He said something before.
No, but he didn't say wait. He was talking. He was not even talking.
I think he was talking. I think the problem we are facing is sometimes the communication between the road managers and then or the artist managers or handlers and the fans.
The manager was talking to someone else, not Chief One. Yeah.
And the fans and then the artists. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes I also at some point have to talk to the security people to leave the fans. Mm-hmm. Because sometimes when when the fans are having fun and they want to hold the artist's hand and all of that, the moment they stretch their hands, the security people will go and like put your hands down, like don't touch the artist. And it's all part of the fun and the performance. So sometimes you just have to leave it until they are doing something extra that you think.
How would you know who is going to do something extra?
I understand, but you see, sometimes when you restrict the fans too much, it takes away the excitement of
the energy
from the artist and then the performance.
Okay.
So you don't have to restrict the fans too much, but you have to be vigilant and take control of their actions.
Mm-hmm.
I think sometimes the security they are doing well, but sometimes I think they overdo some of these things. Because I have at a point I think Bullet have even fought some security people because of some of these things. Yeah, when we went to for instance, during one performance, I think some of the military guys were manhandling one lady like that, and Bullet had to go there. And he was very furious with them. It became something else. So sometimes I think yes, in their ability to protect
that thing. I like the points you brought. Do we have to also go and interfere in their act? Do we also have to be doing that? Because one, you see, when it comes to the fans' misbehavior, you wouldn't know when. So you might think, oh, or Saka, but them, but Satan no Jan now born so yeah, hey, not security man in here.
Once a brass and no room say artists fans and reactions if you are standing there and also be sure more, there are some points you see that they are going off. That is when you need to go in. But not when once an artist is performing, maybe the artist herself or himself.
Let me also supply information that his training is different from your training. Hope you want to.
Oh, Chief One.
No, the security man.
I get all that. But you see, the security controlling crowd outside and controlling crowd events grounds doing performance. It's not the same thing. Like when people go to the stadium and the police officers want to control the crowd, and then when people are performing and you want to control the crowd, I think there should be some bit of difference. It shouldn't be the same because there you should know, you should consider what substance maybe even the fans are taking, how excited they are, and all of that. I'm not saying that when they are going overboard or when they are doing the extreme, you shouldn't go in and control things. But at some point where maybe they are just having, it's just ordinary. They will be just having fun. Yeah, they will just be having fun. Be the artist, and because artists make fooling inside, like why would you do that? You understand? Sometimes even the artist will call the fans to come close.
I remember when we went,
and that is when the security people would
when we
want
went to Brekum, there was some lady. I don't know whether she was possessed by Shatta Wale's performance. Oh, who do you know? Like, oh yeah, no. What's that?
Second D.
Oh, it was second year rather.
Second D.
Oh, who do you know?
Not that form.
And say no fun in Zanka Shatta Wale, all right, but police didn't be far away.
almost out of it. They want to be spotted. It is not true. They just want to be seen like
Yeah, baby, now
definitely the artist will sympathize with whatever actions the security people are going. So, oh, Charlie Montomo Bori, Monfano Koshe, we are so those fans are the best. What I'm saying is, I'm not saying the security people shouldn't do their work or shouldn't do their job. Because what happened like that, I am sure the security person was just trying to make sure Chief One's entry was okay. He was safe climbing the stage. And look at what happened to him. You understand? I don't think Chief One will even think about going to push a police officer off his way like that. So it was unintentional and one of the unfortunate things that happens. And some of these things happen when the artist to maybe you introduce you say 1 minute they still now.
Oh my, yeah. Yes, sir.
Obu ebe announce ni din be say 1 minute crowd na not so sometimes when they are coming in like this, some of these things are bound to happen.
Okay, I get it. Could you come through? What do you also think about? So that press release you did not, was the press release necessary?
Yes,
Necessary. Okay, good. Could you?
Yeah. Some of these things happens, and it should be treated in that light how it happened. We are on stage. There is an act. So if, for instance, mistakenly you step on the foot of a security man, or in your bid to performance you slap a security man, we need to scrutinize how the circumstances in which it happens, if it was premeditated or whatever. But looking at this video, I don't think it was so intentional. The guy meant to push the policeman. But when he was climbing the stage, the policeman was like this,
Stopping.
meaning stop. And could it be that to the artist, it is time for him to come upstage, and you, the policeman, you are telling him to stop? So, what information do you have, and what is your rule?
Exactly.
On stages like this?
What is your duty?
It is we have people who are doing the running order. It is never the policeman to do that. You don't determine who to come on stage next. So what kind of information do you have to even stop me when probably my name has been mentioned, my handlers have told me it is time for me to go and all of that, to impede me? So that one, he can use that force too, because at that stage the artist is in a different realm and all of that. So they won't let anything come between them and their performance, because at that point what they are looking out for is the fans. The fans are ready for them, and they wouldn't allow anything to come between them. So that is how come we saw that little minimal force that he used on the police.
Okay.
We are using their own terms
I know, right?
on them. So that one, I think it can go. You said when he posted it, there were a lot of negative.
Yeah.
But I'm reading from the comments
Go on Instagram.
on Instagram, rather,
Yes,
not on Facebook.
No, Facebook, the beginning of Facebook is just praises. Beneath it is where the punches are. But on Instagram, it started from the first comment. How.
Okay. Yes. So
Bad comments.
Yeah.
So when you realize the reaction from the people are not okay, yes, it is important to release a statement. But I didn't see it like that. I didn't see it becoming a very huge news that people are lambasting him for that act. And so that is when you can also determine, does it warrant a press statement and all of that. But definitely the team sat down and realized it could have a negative effect to them. It could have a negative effect on the brand. So they need to respond. But I just saw the address, the press. I didn't see the video or it becoming like a topic. It is rather their presser that is rather bringing the notice. So it tells you the news that you can let it go, and the ones that you release a presser, So to me, I felt this could have been one of the news that we allow it.
Which is part of PR,
It's part of PR. Yeah, because in your bid to address issues, you may rather let it yes,
But what if
set
they
fire.
are also in their strategies trying to do PR about whatever shows they played in the voter regime?
No, but they put the video out and that was the PR. They put the
Maybe
video.
the video did not give them some of these conversations we are having today. Like they want people to talk about
when you check their
PR stand.
but when you check their profile, all their shows well edited before the show, after the show, they post it. It is consistent. So we can see that is their PR. Whatever they do, they make sure it is out there for people to see. I don't want to believe this in this particular one. They posted it because they wanted people to notice that thing between the police, because that's been their routine. But with the press statement, as in comment from people, it will always come, because we know, like, medical goes on online and addressing these certain issues, a lot of comments will come. So does it warrant a presser or a press release? Yes, to them, they have sat down and they're thinking probably it may have effect, especially the involvement of the police. They may think so. But in PR and also trying to manage crisis and all of that, you need to also examine the weight of the issue. So that you may not you are rather placing more premium on it for it to garner attention rather than maybe letting it die itself. So for that side, I would think it wasn't too huge. It wasn't heavy to warrant a president. But you can't you need to also cut them some slack, because to them they feel it may affect their performance or their brand. So it's necessary for them to even press that small fraction of the people who think he didn't act right with the policeman.
Well, I'll go on to listen to Roland Amate's position on this. After all, like I said, I had seen the press release, but never saw the video until he brought it forth today. Yeah, Ru, what are you also adding?
Yeah, but I mean, I think, yes, I also think this particular incident is not so much of a big deal. It was just a miscommunication. It was just miscommunication, because if you should ask the policeman his role on stage and why, if he was the one controlling the running order, and what authority does he have to tell Chief One to it and all that, he can tell you, hey, he's a security man and he was there to protect lives and properties. And at any point, if he should tell you that this place is not safe, he at that particular point is the expert. And nobody can challenge his observation or his training. Besides, you have not received the same training he's had. So regardless of your role there, if there's a single policeman who stands on stage and tells you, Charlie, I sense threat,
it's not safe.
It's not safe. I believe that thing should be respected. So perhaps that was probably his role. But just that it was a miscommunication between him, the people who were in charge of the stage, and the road manager of the artist. Yes, because I believe if there was any communication to be sent even to the artist at that dying minute, it shouldn't be the policeman. At least there's a chain of command there, where the policeman had his role to play. The people handling the stage also have their own role, as well as the road manager. Because I believe that if Wednesday is about to climb stage, and she needs to be paused or she needs to wait a little. She doesn't need to hear it from somebody else on stage rather than her road manager or her handlers or people that she trusts that, okay, this is the person that I can trust an information from. You understand? So I believe that is why Chief One did not heed to the security man's sign of him waiting.
Okay.
Because he believed that, yes, the people that I trust that are supposed to give me information, you are not
They
one.
have not.
Yes,
Yeah.
you are not one of them. So perhaps it could be one of those things. And in shows like this, people we know the conversation in the space of people having to sabotage others. There are times some of these artists would come and they wouldn't go the time that they were communicated to. As in, they give you about 11 and you get there 11 and they tell you, due to the crowd or whatever, whoever is on stage, we need you to wait for about 2-3 hours. Perhaps that could have been his situation. So him going on stage and for you to come and still tell him to wait at the last minute, it wouldn't happen. So the energy and all that is what probably would push him. Now, for the presser, I think it was necessary. In fact, these people are looking to build a very clean and fine brand. And yes, we may not take these things seriously, but I tell you, in this current dispensation, you can't just leave anything to chance.
Okay.
We are in this country where an old video of Stonebwoy started circulating. Famia's encounter with the fan where Famia had to seize the guy's phone and later went to report the Medina police station started popping up even about 2 months after the incident. So.
Yeah.
And some of these things would have the tendency, perhaps it would not pop up at this moment to come and disturb you. At a time where maybe you have a real banter with the policeman, that is when people will bring this video of different angles to come and support that agenda. And in a different
that you are known for doing.
Yes, and in a different angle, probably you may not have the resources or you may not be in the best position to defend yourself. So I believe that it was necessary. And since the thing started coming on their own page, it was necessary for them to come and address it. So if even in the near future, something happens and somebody brings this as an example to come and buttress their point or whatever, to paint them black, they can also pull a receipt that when it happened, this is also the response we gave to it. So it has no bearing in probably what is happening currently. So I believe that, yes, they couldn't leave anything to chance. And their presser is just on point to protect the brand that they are building.
So let me also add that, you see, the security people, they are doing well, like I said, but they should not get big-headed and overexcited. Because the last time we went to Pram Pram, something happened when Wendy was entering the stage and the DJ dropped his first song. Out of nowhere, there was this pepper spray. And what we know is that it is only the security people that are handling or having pepper spray as part of their order. You understand? Wendy couldn't sing. He was with the mic trying to sing, and then she started coughing. Everybody on the stage started coughing. So we had to ask the DJ to hold on, and then we have to attend to her for about 5 to 10 minutes before she can get back on stage and all of that. So we are what I'm saying.
And who fired the pepper spray?
It was one of the security guys.
You
just to control, just to
okay.
in case he wants to
control. Oh, okay. I get it.
You understand? So we are saying that they should just. Well, all I'm saying, they should just, because we know what they are doing helps us. You understand? So they should just check some of their actions so that it doesn't go out of hand and all of that.
Perfectly said. Let's move on to one of the big stories for today, and this is Obrafuour versus Drake. That is Canada's own Drake. Now I'm going to read this story from Ghana Web, and we'll try to see how best we handle this story. The story comes with a court document of about 27 or 28 pages, and it's not easy for someone to see you with 28-page document. It means that it is a bigger deal. The story reads: Obrafour seeks $10 million US from Drake in a 2023 lawsuit. Interestingly, we are still in 2023, so it means that the case is still pending. Now, there's the story. Canadian rapper Drake has been sued by Ghana's hip life legend Obrafour over copyright infringement in his 2022 song "Calling My Name" off his Honestly Nevermind album. The court document, according to 3news.com, revealed that Drake's team reached out to Obrafour for the use of his song Oyohene remix which features Tiny, and although he denied the request, Drake still went on. Oh, so listen, he said, although he denied the request, Drake still went on with his move. Obrafuour, real named Michael Elliott Fabna Ochredako, who through his lawyers filed a case in the Southern District of New York, is seeking at least $10 million in damages from Drake. When news of the lawsuit became public, Ghanaian social media users shared their opinion with a pledge to follow the case, which is of interest to many. Drake, with a net worth of $250 million, was in November 2022 sued together with 21 Savage, having used the Vogue name and trademark without consent in their joint album Her Love. So be able to say, oh, you lose your tie sued in Tino. Or no, so you can try and laugh. Well, come to Ghana's Twitter page. Obrafour at the moment is trending at number 2. Manche, whose voice was used in doing the kill the cat, blood, kill the cat, is trending at number 1. And number 4 is Killer Cat. Well, I don't know what Killer Cat means. I'm sure it is related to that one or maybe another thing. But my 2 favorite trends are number 1, Manche, whose voice was used, and number 2, Obrafour. So the little we have gotten is that, according to information, and I have spoken to deep throat sources for some information. 1, the lawyers who are handling this Obrafour case, they are not even Ghanaian lawyers. They are Jewish lawyers. And of course, we know the kind of power and authority that group of people come with, or those group of people come with. They are really powerful. If I want to go to every country, they have their own ways of appearance. I don't know if you guys have seen that. Okay, maybe you guys have not been there. When I went to New York, Brooklyn, when they come differently dressed. Almost just some black and white, and they may be almost dressing, be any money. Maybe Richie can search the internet and see how Richie type like how the Jewish dress in America or something. They look different. When you see them, know, okay, these are the people. I went to live somewhere around Brooklyn, and that was one of their lanes. So we were seeing them more. So that is for your information. So if you think it is some Ghanaian lawyers who have come together to do this, I hear the lawyers are some Jewish lawyers. That is number 1. Number 2 is that, really and truly, there was a time in 2022 where Tim Drake wrote to Tim Obrafour requesting to use the kill the cat blood, kill the cat, requesting to use it. It was an email, but Tim Obrafour received the email but did not say anything in particular. Whether they are interested, whether you can use it, whether you can, like nothing. Then the second mail came, and the second mail was that, oh, I want to believe you got the first mail, and that whatever we requested for, you have heard it or you have seen it. Once again, nothing came. So right after the second email, just in about some 4 days or so, poof, the song comes out. And in the song, kill the cat, black, kill the cat, it was in there. It was used. And as it stands now, Obrafour and his handlers are not happy with Tim Drake for doing this. And they are demanding $10 million US choppable dollars. That's how Kofi Adoma will say it. $10 million US choppable dollars. How are we going to handle this case? I know this is a very big deal. And as it stands now, the case is really new. So we are waiting for Tim Drake to respond to this. I know very soon, maybe the American media will also start eating into this. And I want to see how they will discuss this issue. In fact, I have to subscribe to other American channels that discuss Showbiz to see how they are going to handle this particular one between Ghana's own Obrafour and the world's own Drake. What you? I'm not going to kind. And a real quick. But could you kind cry? Could you be so it's your dinner? Manaka crack na obayenko.
Answer me. In a matter of copyright, I am sure some people in our current dispensation or in our space, some people wouldn't see this as a big deal. But in other places, it is so much of a big deal. In fact, in our space there, the most common thing whenever somebody raises a copyright infringement flag would be, oh, Famanyame. Oh, leave him. He did not say who she. Oh, it was out of inspiration.
Let me find out something from my producer Richie. If he wants the viewers to listen to the kill the blood thing that was used or that was copyrighted by Drake, because in fact I'm sure most of us when we heard it we're all thinking no, it was just like Obrafuour had a beautiful voice on some of his songs by Manche during the last 2 days, and I'm sure this particular story Hammer is someone who can have enough information on this. If someone gets to Hammer can provide some more information on this. And Manche was the one whose voice was used to record all the intros. They used to introduce most of their songs with that particular voice. Richie, are we going to listen to that? Or we are not safe because of copyright? Yes, you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, kill the blood. That was all what's used. So it was on Obrafour's Oyohini remix with Tiny, and it was replicated in the song of Drake.
So as I was saying, some in our space, so many people would see this as, oh, leave him. It is an inspiration. Some people take other people's work and the only excuse they can give is, oh, I had an inspiration from this. But if not long ago, I have a story here that is in 2022. Megan Thee Stallion and Big Sean were sued for willful infringement on collaboration. So they were sued on the basis of, they said it is nearly identical. That is with the timing, melodies, harmonies, tones, and there's reverb. Reverb, you'll be reverb and wording. My focus is on the wording and the reverb here. And these particular two pointers is part of what is happening with Obrafour and Drake. So yes, when somebody says kill the cat or somebody makes a statement, obviously these are words that are in our vocabulary, everybody can use it. But there are forms of wording that are peculiar to just people create them. You understand? People create certain wordings, and in that line, when it happens in a melodious way, you can say it is popular. It is part of our vocabulary. Everybody uses it. But then, if the person is the one who brought that type of wording into existence, definitely the person owns every right to that particular melodic wording. And that is what we are talking about. So, me, I just want to believe that Team Drake did their due diligence before they went ahead. Or perhaps, I don't want to
you want to believe they
like,
did their due diligence.
In terms of maybe, I don't know, for Team Obrafour to receive the email and ignore. Because ignoring something.
So when you knock at my door and I don't tell you to come in, it means you are not welcome.
Exactly. But what I'm
so you can come and stand at my door, knock for 10 years. Boom, 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 boom. As much as I've not said come in, it means you are not welcome.
It could also be that you don't live there anymore.
Still, it doesn't permit you to enter. That would be unlawful entry.
I am not saying no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if I am looking for Sammy Flex and they say, oh, Sammy Flex, not how, and I come there, knock and knock and knock and knock. Perhaps you also vacated the place to another place, and I open the door. Yes, it is an unlawful entry, but not to you. You get what I'm saying? It is on break an entry onto somebody's property. Is it to Sammy Flex? No, that's what I'm saying. So perhaps I don't know the technicalities in this particular record, yes, Obrafour's name is on it because, like in the space, everybody knows that particular record belongs to Obrafour. But technically, before I am just waiting for Team Obrafour to come and respond because this is a lawsuit, and a lawsuit we know can come from even a law firm, just representing Obrafour. I just want to know their stance as to who owns the masters of these particular records. What kind of rights does Obrafour have? Yes, maybe Obrafour's name may be on the record, but perhaps he wouldn't even be the one to own the masters. Maybe that would be the reason why he would have to ignore in the first place. Make sure he also consults the right people before he gives a go ahead to these people for them to use the content. You get it?
Yeah.
So maybe I just want to believe that that is the reason why Team Obrafour delayed in responding, where Team Drake did not also have the patience to also do this. Sarkodie in recent times have said this on so many occasions that there are songs that he even collaborated with two people, and one person did not give his consent. The song is still in the house. These things are very delicate and very sensitive.
Yeah.
The least mistake you do, you tramp on somebody's rights, and the person can take all your fortunes away. So yes, this is a very interesting case. I am hoping, and a learning curve to the whole industry. I am hoping to see this particular case to the core, like to the very end. And with the Mega the Stallion example that I gave, they had to settle. They did not go forward into legal battle, but right after the suit was made, they had to settle. So I'm saying that yes, it could be Obrafour had just sued, and for Team Drake to let this die in the space, like you read, they are not new to this kind of lawsuit, though. So there's a possibility they would come to reasoning, or they will come to the table and settle. Even the best lawyers will tell you to settle out of court. You understand? Say you settle there, and you're not 10 million a day. Yeah, the Ghana must do.
Well, let me also supply some additional information before the Reagan comes in. Because the lawsuit is happening in US of A, the copyright owners had to quickly go register the song in the geographical area of US of A so they can sue. Because if it is here alone, it means that the jurisdiction will not be, it will not affect them there, because the song was registered in the jurisdiction of Ghana. But now they hurriedly registered the song in US of A so they can use that to sue Drake and his people. That is also to be noted down. And I'm also hearing information that to them, I think the understanding of the kill the cat, they felt it, or they saw, or they heard it to be kill the cop, as in kill the police. In the advanced countries, or in some Western countries, they call police cop, like we will call police, they will say cop. So they heard it as such. So I hear the song like a gangster ghetto kind of song. So that thing was just there to bring some more inspiration into the song. I kill the cop, blah, kill the cop, blah, something like that, just for information. How this case gonna? Are you also following this?
It is very, very interesting. And I am happy at least somebody is trying to test the laws out of our jurisdiction. It is not the first time somebody, or a black person, or somebody from Africa is suing somebody in the US, a rapper in the US. I think Jay-Z was sued by one Egyptian. And Jay-Z call courts.
Oh, I see.
And from a story I am reading here, I think the case was in court for close to 20 years. Yes. Papa, no, this is
Then you have it. No cash. Yeah, no cash. It is no cash, yeah.
There are a lot of US rappers. No, there are a lot of US rappers that have been sued for some of these things. So it is also good for Obrafour to take some of these cases up. Yes, Yanka said Obrafour court until we win. Or Ghanaians, when people put out headlines, oh, we see will be for $10 million. Yeah, started celebrating, and then that clear perceived mindset of celebration will also bring another group of people to also come and do another counter argument and all of that. I mean, this is a court case. So the interesting thing is, let's all look at how it will go. There are a lot of lessons to learn from this thing. Plenty. If you are a stakeholder or if you're a player in this space, you need to pay attention to this case and pick 1 or 2 lessons from it. Say, because you see, when it comes to some of these copyright lawsuits, and yes, it will be insurance. Abroche de call that one of I call a jackpot man. Huge jackpot. Like people don't play with those things. We are they also do insurance. So why obey in life when I do insurance. And see some of these things, it is good to always try your hands on it.
Wako be sport,
Exactly.
Huge
insurance.
Where did he?
Madam for be on insurance. So to me, Ghana, I was at that bank no come back. I want to mention. So some of these things are like lotteries and jackpots to some people. I mean, even those who understand the system over there. We don't know much. We can only share our opinions over some of these things. So what I'm saying is that yes, Obrafuour making that attempt or that effort to seek clearance, say, okay, we'll be a family. Say, Christ will be a fan at the Dana in Rana Wohono as against the Yen it is a faina ye baby. Say, and Rani baby, Obrafuour, say, Christ in the power infringe on your copyright. Faina ye baby. The rest of the things we can all put, pen on paper to do some sketching. It's okay, but the real truth of the matter now, nobody can tell. So, need see I space in the mono. I know no be the cocoa to crap on that euphoria of going to test the law to put or to do or to get the right things done. Yeah. So for him to say, okay, American, one of America's biggest rappers now. Let me say, yes, I mean, it will open a lot of people's eyes. Maybe in our space, and then if they are going to learn the outcome of this case, and American, a very knowledge amount of unless you don't want to learn. If you want to learn the outcome of this particular case, and Obrafuour and found because knowledge in one share only be done now. And a good so Obrafuour.
But do you see them pursuing it to the core? Because some of these things
for them
started some people.
Say maybe then say at least it is us against the heavens. You understand? So the heavens normally the people that they don't do that. Of friend or they want to if you claim you have a case, let's put it there. Let's discuss it. With the Emrano against who case now so on. Let's interpret it, and then at the end of the day, the court will pass judgment. They are not the type where so say kusu na rega na makusu kakra Sammy down for no friend na only nkasa so I want to believe that now that the case is in public domain now and it's on news portals and other places, I want to believe Drake and his team too will set up with their legal team and do because whatever that is out now, it may affect you on the brand in some way. It's where they need to do clearance and do damage control, what they need to do to make sure so Drake reputation, fine into chief for man as fine to say onim the oyena or album no akakofa obi Obrafuour nyom and other but there was a similar case involving Nicki Minaj and then I think Kanye West where almost the same thing. Emails were sent but couple they say Sammy Flex na Obana Tonyomo, Obana na Abonyomo. And I sure Obana Yen ya ba ho na o my green light. Say en fanko. But so they were sued. You understand? And then there was another story where saying that you are sending information money panel. When Nipana responded. And the only thing that saved the person is fair use. In copyright and also so even this Drake issue can be one of the examples of fair use where maybe Obrafuour sue now baby. You understand? When those interpreters and I make say until some they court I examine higher interpretations of the laws and there will be a baby and to be a we may crank a GTV for you. Na should na ehu a ebeko ne ade na obi a depend ato be yensua bibi. Some of these things, yeah, sometimes you know, I don't want us to take the excitement out of we're winning. Let it happen. A course, on a day in the sea. I think say the 2012 petition gave people a lot of knowledge in our political landscape.
Okay.
A lot of people, yes, Supreme Court, you know. Well, we should be beyond say, oh, you have to about pin sheets, the essence, the importance of it, and then how to gather those things. And you know how people are be about calculations, 1,000,
100,000.
1,000 you know, writing from figures to words. So some of these things, when it happens like this, let's also look at that side and not just be excited over Lucy and I will Lucy and I will win the case. So I think it's a good one.
Well, could you take over from there and let me get your opinion as well? Okay, yeah, okay.
I'm a lawyer. What are you talking?
Big defense.
Look
Okay, good. There you go.
Look at this.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. It's a good thing because in this music or creative business, there are a lot of ways to make money. Yes, and in our space, one aspect that we don't this copyright infringement and all of that. And so seeing one of our own going that tangent is beautiful. Yes, when I first saw it, I went to listen to the song. So my initial perception was maybe a beat, a sampled beat or something that is very, very strong. That was my initial perception. But I listened and I saw the killer cat, that phrase in there, yes, which also could amount to copyright infringement. Then I heard another story that Tim Drake reached out to our man for that line, and they turned it down. So meaning our people have a case. If it were to be that, oh, you didn't even reach out, it could be a different case altogether. But now that you reach out on that, and that is in contention now, and we declined. So going ahead to use it, meaning it is without our consent. So in law, using somebody's intellectual property without their consent, yes, tantamounts to copyright infringement. So they have a case over there. On the other side, yes, when you take somebody to court, it doesn't mean you have won. Like our old man said, Udi can court to now when they be Obrafuour na na some times Udi can court to na undi be. So the laws in US, and as he said, the Jewish lawyers.
Okay, so let me confirm this. So Mancha himself is saying the word was killer cat or not killer cat.
Killer cat. Okay, killer cat.
Killer cat. Yeah, as in killer cat.
Okay. Okay. Point.
So Mancha has also tweeted and
a lot.
Oh, I see.
It's tweeted a lot. I think we will go on that.
Okay.
So now
sorry about that. Sorry about that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Killer cat. Yeah, so it is good that the case is out there now. Team Drake, their lawyers will also have to assess everything and also come with their defense. So it doesn't mean our man has won. with the suit and all of that because they have their laws.
Mm.
I know the Jewish lawyers, they have read through the laws, the loopholes and everything, and they have come out with a 27-page document. And so Tim Drake will also review it. Now, let me flip it to the other side. I am still wondering why a message will be sent to Team Obrafour for the use of their song or their creativity, and they will decline. That is the report that is coming from their quarters.
Well, after speaking to a deep throat source in Obrafour's team too, they did not decline. They did not respond at all.
Okay, so contrary to the story,
yes,
they did not respond. Okay, so I'm still thinking why they didn't respond. Is it the case they didn't see their they don't attend to their mails, which we know in our space. Myself, if you send me mail, it will be difficult unless you call because I hardly check my mails. So is it the case that they also, as a business, Obrafour is a big brand, they are not frequenting their email to check whatever message that has come, or when they receive the message, they thought it is nothing. Because in this business, we are all there to make money. So if this business is coming and instead of addressing to them or responding to them to know what they are bringing, if what they are bringing doesn't make sense, then you can ignore them or you bargain. But to say we didn't respond, I think it is not appropriate. It is not professional. To act that way because Drake isn't any mere musician like that. He's a huge brand who can give good money. We know in our space it doesn't happen like that. In 2020, Kelly Rowland sampled the Bo Taylor song, and that was professionally.
Oh, I think Chemo, even if Chemo had been here, he would also have said this. He also followed something like that. Some French artists also sampled some songs of legendary high life artists of Boba Jian. And Chemo was the one who led the negotiation.
It is professional.
They took some good money.
It's done.
Thousands of dollars.
Of course. Ebo Taylor is enjoying. Kelly Rowland, big artist. Burna Boy sampled Tony Braxton's.
No, not because I remember even with Gamble last time. I think we had I was with you when we had a story that one person sampled another person, and they had to bring their royalties to Gamble.
The money came to Gamble, and nobody was even coming to pay the money.
They couldn't access the money.
Yeah.
So the handlers of Obrafour, are they not aware of some of these things? Or okay, our creativity is so important to us that no, we don't want to even allow anybody to forgetting all the businesses that comes with it. Now, the case is a bit because now even the minimis law or the issue of fair use and all of that, that phrase, maybe the US laws and all of that, as to whether they will to determine whether it is a fair use or a serious infringement is also another case. Because to me, when I heard, I thought it was a whole beat or something that has been really taken. But this is a very short phrase. So whether it will fall under fair use or not, I hope the team also considered per the laws of the United States. And that is why they also give hope to Obrafour that you have a case to also win. So they can also check. And also whether as to they pick the original sound from our man's song or they use a different sound. These are all cases that will be used.
But I see something is also shocking to me because even my deep throat source was telling me it was kill a cat. Kill a cat.
Kill a cat.
The
original person says killer cat. And the interesting part is Manchester
talking.
Servos now Manchester talking. A lot of tweets.
I'm going to handle that. I'm going to handle that.
And he's even tagging Drake.
Yeah.
He is the original owner of the sound. So if you want to deal with anybody, do not deal with anybody. Deal with me.
Probably took Obrafuour some time for them not to even reply.
So then it's also have to see. If it took you time to reply, they also don't have to see.
Then why do you sue? No, that thing is bogus because the person is alive. If you think you good business with me, like I have a song with you, Nana Regan is alive. Business is coming. Nana, our song. This is what has come. So
I think
what should we do?
It also depends on what kind of what kind of copyright the person is also enjoying.
No, but this what Manche is saying. Manche is saying Obrafour never paid him.
Never paid him.
No, it's not about payment.
It's not about payment.
It's about if
there wasn't payment
sheet for you.
There was nothing.
What kind of
No. There wasn't any agreement.
I mean, knowledge should tell you, say, if I do A, B, C, D, I should be able to enjoy maybe a mechanical.
That is when it has been properly distributed or properly copyrighted.
That song was
this is the case that you have been told that they just went to register it.
You see, going to register it.
Just said, I'm consulting the lawyer.
Sammy, let's also put this information out.
Now, Mancha has also declared that Obrafour has no right to make any demands for any demands or so compensation without his permission.
So you see, that maker said Drake would also Obede say, okay, so I am infringing on the right. Is it you Obrafour's right? That is another.
No. But the song is for
don't also forget that they also reach out to Obrafour and not Manchester.
Yes, the song is for Obrafour, but we have people who also share in the
Manchester case can also be.
Okay, please allow Kojo to.
My main problem is the fact that in this current dispensation, a team that is in business and somebody brings business and you treat it in this way. Like you don't attend to the mail, whether you are not interested, give a response. We should be professional in this game. That you ignore it, and now that they have gone ahead to use it, you think you are so professional to come out and sue them. Wouldn't it have been also nicer that you went ahead to cooperate with them and take money? Which is business. It would have been a good news for our industry to talk about, like we discussed about Ebo Taylors. It is good. Now he will keep enjoying royalties and all of that. So the song we know has been produced, and even in our current dispensation, how hot is the song? What is the demand for the song now? And this is something that can even revive it with the talkabilities and all of that. And you tell me you didn't respond, whether you like it or not, and all of that. I want to believe they also have good lawyers who can review the cases and give good account. At the end of the day, if they win the money, we are happy because $10 million is coming to Ghana. It will boost our economy. But on the flip side, if they don't win, and then we counter-sued.
Oh yeah, you pay for damages.
If they'll be counter-sued for what?
Hey, for wasting my time, for putting me into the public that
settle the legal.
You can't be counter-sued because one, there has been an arrangement.
What arrangement?
The arrangement of you sending me the mail. Yes, so that is what to prevent you from suing.
How?
No.
No.
There was a negotiation. Negotiated something. So even if we don't win, we will go back to that negotiation.
But
the point is after everything, I reach out to you, but now lawyers and judges. The point is, judges, the judgment is that no, the person created their own thing, so they didn't use your content.
I'm not sure.
No, we are.
I'm not sure Drake will see.
No, that one there you can't be sure for. Don't be sure.
I'm not sure Drake will see.
Don't be sure like that. So in that case, can Drake?
No, you see him where?
Can Drake say, hey, You're wasting my time
Uh-huh.
for putting me
Uh-huh.
to the light to see like I'm not
Where?
professional.
For defamation.
Yes, I'm seeing you $65 billion.
You see him
Now
where?
you are seeing 10 million.
You see him where?
In the US.
Sabah live in the US.
Where did you see him?
Oh, that's where you are getting it wrong.
So
At the moment, some people are suing on behalf of.
So you will sue the people on behalf of
You
Obrafuour.
can't see those.
You can be okay.
No,
Well,
you can't see those.
that one day, if you are saying it on law terms,
No, you can't see those.
that's why I asked the question. And maybe so if that one, they also need to consider that aspect. If you are saying that, they can also come to Ghana. If Obrafuour is not living in US, they can come to Ghana.
If they can,
Of
someone
course,
see here.
they can come to Ghana and see you 500 million.
Like a Drake scene around.
Ghana City.
I'll actually sit with Roland tomorrow morning as we look at Manchester's angles as well. Just that we are reading so many tweets from Manchester. Let me just read some. Then I'll sit down and handle them bit by bit. Let's see. Looks like Obrafuour yeah for concert aboka. So one says, "Hello Drake. The intellectual property, more specifically the killer cat sound, which was sampled in your song, calling my name belongs to me, Manche Ayikwe, and not Obrafuour. Number one. Two, Drake, rise to the said, please, rise to the said, oh, I beg, rise to the said killer cat sound were never relinquished to Obrafuour and was used by Edward Nana Oku Ose, aka Hammer, producer of Obrafour's album on Obrafour's song, as he did with others.
You understand?
Three, Drake, my lawyer Kofi Bento Esquire, and I know him, of Lex Praxis Incorporated, and he mentioned them, who is pursuing this matter, has informed me of a lawsuit against you solely in the name of Obrafour. And four, Drake, this is to confirm I, Manche Ayikwe, insists that although Obrafour has interest in the matter, he is not the owner of the right and cannot assert it, definitely not alone, or make any demands for sole compensation for its use. And this is what Manche Ayikwe. But I'll like I said, I'll really sit down and analyze it deeper with Roland tomorrow morning.
We the answer Oyasa and the Tiago Obrafuour Gary.
I
You
know why I was saying that.
oh Drake. Was it 10 million? Or 10,000?
No, I said, but interestingly, if Obrafuour and Co never hinted Manche of this suit, then they have also made some mistake. They should have hinted Manche. They should have hinted Ham. All these two. All those who should have had a hand
And make us say
in this
technically Obrafuour
another time.
to say on
So, Richie, I'm sure you can show the video of Shatta Wale meeting Gramps Morgan, calling fans to meet him because they are going to have a video shoot. And this is it. As you can see, Shatta went there with his fleet of cars to meet Gramps Morgan, superstar. Yeah. I like the way Hammer calls them, the Starboy. Yeah, the Starboy was there with his gang, and they were there to welcome what's his name? Gramps Morgan. I hear the whole team is coming. Maybe they'll be touching down on Friday. They'll be touching down on Thursday rather. Okay, Thursday, the whole team will be coming down. So this is Team Shatta. I can see Juade. I can see Jupiter. Yes, Jupiter is also there. Captain is also there. I think No Boy was not available because all the videos I've seen, I did not see No Boy in there. I saw Bruce, cameraman. Bruce was also taking some videos like that, and beautiful. And I'm asking, what are the advantages and disadvantages of this move by Shatta Wale? Because this is not the first time Gramps Morgan has come to Ghana. He's been coming to Ghana 10 times, in fact, so many times. But it looks like this particular welcome is on a different level. Shatta calling fans, went there with some traditional dancers or something like that who were playing to welcome him. They were also there. Wow. Wow, interesting. And
Oh,
Domino no Muma Shatta Pada. Well, that's so beautiful. Gramps Morgan, really gigantic, as you can see from there. Yeah, very huge. The man is really, really huge. Really, really huge. Very beautiful. And
Small guns,
Gramps Morgan, see Shatta Wale, like that kind of thing. So briefly, what are the advantages and disadvantages, or the good and bad in this? And Nana, let's cut from here and let's close.
Well,
Put you on this.
I don't see any disadvantage or any
Okay.
bad. I think it's exciting, and sometimes it's good to receive, your visitors or guests from the other, jurisdictions with some of these.
So the Rastafarian community were doing the traditional rites, or the Ghana community?
But they are still part of the Rastafarian community because I saw them in Sarkodie when they were shooting some
Yeah.
video. So
Yeah.
some of them.
Okay. Yes.
So yes, it's
Well, they are all rastas, so
yes, that is that Wulu.
yeah, they are all rastas. Yeah.
So it's exciting, and when you receive people like this and they go back to their homes, they tell a lot of good stories about you.
Okay.
So it's good for business. It's good for Shatta Wale. I mean, the message Grant is going to send, like you said, this is not the first time he has been to Ghana, but this particular reception is going to give him a different memory and another exciting story to tell. So
Yeah.
kudos to Shatta Wale and the SM movement for such a beautiful reception to the legendary Gramps Morgan. Yeah.
3 times Grammy winner. So
Yeah.
yes, Kojo, how about you? What do you also see?
Yeah, this is a traditional welcoming, and it is done for dignitaries, big personalities like the president, celebrities, and all of that. So before someone will welcome you in this fashion, it means you are a great personality.
Yeah.
That person reveres you and all
Yeah.
of that. And Shatta going this way is a great thing, because now if it were to be any ordinary welcoming, I don't think people will be talking about it. This thing has been trending ever
Yeah.
since he
Yeah.
landed,
Yeah.
and that is where the business or the good side of it comes in. A lot of people are talking about it, and
Yeah. I remember telling Roland same thing, that these are the things they will be looking out to achieve.
of course, this alone looks like the video
And
itself.
it adds up to the promotion. You know, they can even
course.
cut some of these pieces into
Of course,
the video. Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course. And this alone looks like the video itself. And I think this man has traveled, Gramps Morgan has traveled far and near, and maybe he has not even felt some of these things before, and that is what is good. The impression that will and the experience.
Latif, I'm seeing Latif.
Ready for me.
Hey, Abu.
Police maker.
Yeah, I love his message.
And the impression,
You know.
the impression and the experience
Uh-huh.
that the man will carry away will be one that will be a lasting one.
Yeah.
And so kudos to Shatta Wale. He understands the business. He understands how to make things at the right time.
Okay.
And this is good. This is the first encounter with Gramps Morgan, and look at how remarkable he has made it. This is so good, and we are all waiting for the video and the rest. I think it's a good collaboration already. Looking at how it has started, and I one of them came and he spoke so well of Shatta Wale, and I think it will also strengthen their bond. Or how he has welcomed them, it will strengthen their bond. I like the traditional blessings and all of that, the pouring of powder to also signify victory, and letting him go through some of our culture and the traditions that we do. I think it is beautiful.
Nice one.
Kudos to Shatta and the team for getting
this
this
smart
done.
move. Okay, yes, Ro, speak finally on this.
First, true hospitality sometimes is giving the best you have to your guests. And that is what Shatta Wale is doing. This is very beautiful. In fact, Ghana as a whole, our hospitality level or our hospitality tag around the world is one that we can always boast of. If we can't boast of anything, even our natural resources, the fact that our hospitality level there is top notch. The way we receive our guests and our visitors, especially the prominent ones are always on point. And Shatta, as we know, this is very good. This is very beautiful. These are people who probably might have spoken with you on phone. Like the only encounter they have with you is probably through emails or like electronically, maybe on phone or through the digital platforms. But then physically, if you're able to go beyond that, that is beautiful. And I also saw photos of Gramps, Shatta receiving Gramps even in one of his houses.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and all that. And I was very happy because at least these people will be introduced a lot to most of the things that we have here. Yes, we know this is not their first time coming to Ghana.
Exactly.
But then this is also going to give them a different, how do we call it, experience about Ghana and what Ghana is. And this goes a long way to also stamp Shatta Wale's authority in Ghana. Some people say they are landlords. Some people say they are overlords. Some people also claiming they control the whole system. And if Gramps or Morgan Heritage have been to Ghana and did not get this particular reception, and somebody who says he controls the hotel is giving you this reception, then it goes a long way to stamp that authority that he really controls things. That is why he can be able to gather all this reception for you. And kudos to the Ghana Police Service. In fact, I think seeing this picture alone is great enough. Yes, because receiving guests with the topmost security means that their safety and everything is assured. And their security and everything is assured. And I am very happy for at least the security presence, if not for anything, because these are top people that we would want to protect any day and make them feel safe. So yes.
Hard guy. Hard guy. But I also want to say, I don't know if you have.
Yeah, congratulations.
Well, I also want to say this. You see, some of these things, when I see them, I always pray our people who do it for them, they have a way of maintaining this kind of relationship till they also get a return. So like example of Shatta Wale and Burna Boy. All these things Shatta has done for Burna Boy before. They couldn't maintain the relationship till Shatta would also receive the same favor from Burna Boy. So this is beautiful, but it's also my wish and hope that they shouldn't let it only be Ghana being the hospitality. One day, they should also maintain this relationship that one day Shatta can also say, I'm going to Jamaica. And Gramps Morgan would also meet him with that kind of feeling, you know? That is...
I think that the message should go to our people. They are moving in here. Burna Boy traveled in here. And you welcome him. So what Shatta has done, I'm sure if he also wants to visit Gramps one day, they also give him a befitting welcome. But our people will not go. They will be here.
No,
I got
it's
it. It's the same thing.
While the relationship lasts.
I got it. We have a relationship. If you are, should I force you to come?
So don't wait till
you have to come. If you also have a song with me and you want to come, you will come. But they won't go.
Okay, this time around, we make sure they go. Yes, let me say thanks to Nana Reagan. Nana Reagan at the far end. He is Wendy Shea's road manager, Kojo King, also an artist and a pundit, Roland Amate, event publicist, talent manager as well. To the people behind the scenes, the guitar rasta. Is there?
New artist.
I said I could the awards in there when and so this year they want coverage and they because thanks to the guitar rasta on camera and Richie Flex, editor director of the show. Remember to share this link with your people. And I'm going to have a sit with Roland Amate. So tomorrow morning we are going to have that conversation as in what Manche Aikwe is saying. Looks like Wawabe say Obrafuour and Aisha Modi is also putting in some more fire. Interestingly, Aisha is also throwing some salvos. I'll be giving you my opinion on those ones tomorrow morning, exactly 9 a.m. Watch out for this. My name is Sammy Flex. Subscribe to us if you've not done that. But to those who have subscribed to us, God bless you. I'll meet you in our next video. We are. Bye, my